everyone! Welcome to Local Savour. I'm your host, Elizabeth Van Huffel, and today in the kitchen I have Gourmet Veggie Mama, Lauren Walls. Welcome, Lauren.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Sure. Lauren's going to share some great ideas about some of the snacks she likes to make at home and take out with her when she's out with her daughter, or just eat at home on a warm summer day. We've got a good one coming up. I can't wait.
First up, I'm going to be doing sweet potato chips, which sound kind of intimidating, but they're really not. They're super simple. Only 4 ingredients, and we bake them in the oven for about 20 minutes, and you're done. So the first thing you need, obviously, is a sweet potato. You'll notice I have not peeled this. The peel actually makes them into nicer shapes. They kind of curl up on the outside. But if your kid doesn't like peel, you can always peel a sweet potato. It'll be fine.
Okay. They
just won't be quite as pretty. So I'm going to use my handy V-slicer, and if you don't have one of these, you can always just use a chef's knife to slice them thinly. But I like using the V-slicer, and I like this because it gets the slices a little bit thinner, so they cook a little faster and crisp up a little better. Now that this is done, we are going to take about a teaspoon of coconut oil and a teaspoon of honey. So I'm just going to tip the teaspoon of coconut oil in here and just melt it just a little bit, and the honey too. After the coconut oil and the honey are all nice and melted, just take a little sprinkle of cinnamon. I don't usually measure this, but it's probably about a 1/4 teaspoon, and sprinkle it in there. Then you put your sweet potatoes in and just kind of toss them around and get them nicely coated with the oil. So we are going to slide these onto a baking sheet lined with parchment paper and just sort of spread them evenly out.
Ooh, they look good.
Yeah, my daughter literally sat down and ate a whole plate of these, like an entire batch of these. Wow. So sometimes your hands come in handy here because you got to get them spread out into one layer. So now they go in the oven, and we are going to bake them for about 10 minutes on one side, and then give them a flip and continue baking them until they look done, which is usually about 5 more minutes. But keep an eye on them because they can go from perfectly golden brown and crisp to burned pretty quickly. All right, so it's been about 7 minutes and these look perfectly done. So I'm going to take them out of the oven. And look at how nice and curly those edges got. Like, especially this one right here. That's why I like to leave the skin on. They won't be too crispy just yet, but if you let them sit for a little while, they'll crisp up and be like potato chips.
Okay, so now we have our finished product, the sweet potato chips.
Sweet potato chips, yes.
They're beautiful.
Aren't they? They have that nice
I love them.
curly edge on them.
All right, I think we should try them.
Okay.
You're right.
That's great.
Thank you for sharing this recipe.
Absolutely.
So now we're going to make strawberry Greek yogurt popsicles.
These are fabulous for one of those hot March days. What we're going to use is Greek yogurt, some honey. I've got some almond milk, but you can use any other kind of milk that you have in your house, and strawberries. And that's it. And a blender. And you'll need some popsicle molds too. We're just basically going to dump everything in the blender here. We've got our Greek yogurt. I like to use Greek yogurt because it's really creamy and it has a higher protein content. So that's 2 cups of Greek yogurt. These strawberries, we're going to have total about a cup of strawberries. About half of them, so about a 1/4 cup of strawberries, we're going to put in the blender, and the others we are going to reserve so that we have some sliced strawberries in our popsicles. And I'm going to put about a 1/2 cup of almond milk in there, unsweetened. And this is about a tablespoon of honey.
All right, so now we're ready to pour the Greek yogurt mix into our popsicle molds.
Okay.
And a full recipe of this will make about 6 large popsicles.
Okay.
Now I'm going to put some sliced strawberries in here.
and just top them off, and remember to leave a little bit of space at the top for expansion during freezing, which I always forget to do.
That's right.
Poke to make sure any air bubbles get out. Put our popsicle stems in there, let them freeze for a couple of hours or overnight, and you've got yourself a snack to pull out of the freezer that you made by yourself, and you know exactly what's in it.
So now we have our popsicles. Take them out of the molds. They're beautiful.
Aren't they pretty? I like the slices of strawberry in there.
Yeah, I love that.
Reminds you you're eating actual fruit.
Exactly.
Cheers!
So now, what are we going to make? We're going to make...
So I call these things cheese satellites, and basically you've got your pretzel sticks, you've got your cheese cubes, which you can either buy pre-cubed if you're feeling lazy, or you can just get a block of cheese and chop it up into cubes.
Okay.
And once you've done that, you have a super easy snack because, hey, look at this. You just take a cheese cube, one of them would be nice, and you stick a pretzel into it, and there you go. It's 2 for 1.
Super easy,
yes.
super cute.
My 2-year-old loves these, but the first thing she does is pull them apart and eat them separately. That's okay. They're kind of good as a party appetizer. You can make them into all kinds of weird shapes if you want. I call them cheese satellites. Look, it's Sputnik.
Thanks for joining us today, and Lauren, thank you for sharing these awesome snack ideas.
Yeah, happy to have been here. Thanks for having me.
I love them. The great thing is they're all low-fat, healthy, mostly high protein. Kids will love them. To find out more information about Lauren, go visit her at gourmetveggiemama.com. You can also find her online at Twitter, Facebook, the usual places.